Right.
And we know they sent in the CIA to overthrow Assad. The CIA and Saudi Arabia together in covert operations tried to overthrow Assad. It was a disaster.
Let's see what Jeffrey Sachs says. Here's Jeffrey Sachs, who you can trust. Remember, we've been talking to Jeffrey Sachs for a long time. Him, Mearsheimer. They're the people that sort of act like, proper academics that go, no, I think we might have provoked that war or funded it. Here's Jeffrey Sachs talking about how Obama, remember him? He was a goodie, wasn't he, for a while? How he deployed the CIA in a regime change op to begin the Syrian civil war to take out Assad, the armed jihadists, and created ISIS, who I believe were a band a bit like ABBA, quite an enjoyable little group, but instead of hits, it was chopping off people's heads. Like in a minute, but get ready. You might say, hey, don't make jokes about ISIS. Well, how long before they're goodies? ISIS, a bunch of lovely, the new ISIS ice creams. One lick and your head will literally fall off. They'll just tell us whatever they want to tell us. ISIS are good now.
How out of control this could escalate.
It's true.
Wow, MSNBC are panicking. They're putting Jeffrey Sachs on. Mainstream media trying to readjust. Oh no, the game's up. We're going to have to put people on that tell the truth. Well, hopefully we can ridicule him and undermine him while he's on it.
But I think we have to step back and not put this in partisan terms. This is a U.S. mistake that started 7 years ago. And I remember the day on your show when President Obama said, Assad must go. And I looked at you and Joe and I said, how's he going to do that? Where's the policy for that?
Right.
And we know they sent in the CIA to overthrow Assad. The CIA and Saudi Arabia together in covert operations tried to overthrow Assad. It was a disaster. Eventually it brought in both ISIS as a splinter group to the jihadists that went in. It also brought in Russia. So we have been digging deeper and deeper and deeper. What we should do now is get out and not continue to throw missiles, not have a confrontation with Russia. 7 years has been a disaster under Obama, continuing under Trump. This is what I would call the permanent state. This is the CIA, this is Pentagon, wanting to keep Iran and Russia out of Syria, but no way to do that. And so we have made a proxy war in Syria. It's killed 500,000 people, displaced 10 million. And I'll say predictably so, because I predicted it 7 years ago that there was no way to do this and that it would make a complete chaos. So what I would plead to President Trump is get out. Like his instinct told him, by the way. That was his instinct. But then all the establishment, the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Pentagon, everybody said, no, that's irresponsible. But his instinct is right. Get out. We've done enough damage, 7 years. And now we really risk a confrontation with Russia that is extraordinarily dangerous, reckless.
Not even get your head around that, can you? It's killed 500,000 people and displaced 10 million people. Think for a moment about, this is probably more relevant to my country, the United Kingdom, than yours, the United States. But think about the migration crisis. Think about that, our borders and the border crisis. Now, let's, as people that love God and want to live in love, let's take the idea that, wow, we should be loving and helping one another. Where do you think these migrants are coming from? A lot of migrants are coming into countries to seek better economic opportunities. Maybe the conspiracy theories are true and fighting age males are being imported one way or another into internment camps across various countries in preparation for some dreadful moment. I don't know. But if it were true, I'll tell you who wouldn't tell you, the legacy media. I don't know. But here for a moment, let's stop and analyse something we can probably agree on. Migrant crises are being caused by the intervention of the very people who claim they want to help migrants, and that you're racist because you've got the wrong perspective on immigration. What I mean by that is, I bet if you look hard enough at Nancy Pelosi's investments or the investments of these various other left, centre-left, liberal globalist politicians, you will find that they are invested in weapons manufacturers or energy interests or phone makers, because the whole thing is so deeply integrated when it comes to commerce and commodity. There's a requirement for poverty. The reason that there's a migration crisis, whether you want to believe in the more sort of rococo conspiracy theories or just sort of blunt creating competition in the labour market and general social disruption, whichever one, doesn't actually matter. You know that powerful interests benefit from it. How do you know that? Because it's happening. If they wanted it to stop, they could stop it. There's so many things you could do. You could say, right, we're not going to intervene in these areas anymore. We're going to, where we do invest, we will invest here in ensuring that the migrant and refugee crises are addressed there. We're not going to cause any more wars. We're going to withdraw support. We're not going to keep CIA funding. And I suppose, look, the only counter-argument to any of this stuff will be, you don't understand the depths of these conflicts. You don't know that if Iran and Russia and China get together, there's going to be some new world order, and you'll be thankful for the day where you just laboured under the tyranny of Western globalist interests. Possibly that's true. I don't know. Where I get the truth from is this little book. It really helps me along the way, and it's pretty curious to see that places like Syria and beasts rising up appears to be pretty well covered in the book of Revelations. These are the words of him who is holy and true, holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. I know your deeds. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. The open door. Let us become alert to true awareness. Let us become conscious. Let us listen to the truthful and open teachers. Let us be discerning. Let us recognize that legacy media in all their guises are amplifiers of the information and agenda of the powerful, that they will always obfuscate truth because they have to. It's a requirement of their model. Awaken to the deepest possible truth. I pray this over you now. I pray that you awaken to the deepest truth you are able to withstand and hold. Awaken to it. Know that you cannot trust them. Know that the truth is available to you, but that we must receive the truth in love. So whatever's happening in Syria, regime change, rebels, it's likely significantly connected to the agenda of the powerful, because it wouldn't be happening. The war against free speech is in full swing. We are the vanguard, bravely fighting back. Rumble's the home of this channel, Stay Free, and a leader in defending the fundamental human right of free speech. They've joined X to sue a cartel of advertisers and ad agencies who conspired to block ad revenue from going to the platforms. Recently, they've launched Rumble Premium. This, I think, is going to be a game changer for all of us. It's an ad-free viewing experience with great perks for viewers and creators. Rumble Premium will give you the ability to dive into your favorite content on your mobile or desktop or smart TV and savor every uninterrupted second of my content. Why don't you upgrade to Rumble Premium today? Support my free speech and the free speech of other content creators on this platform. Please go to Rumble now, rumble.com/premium. And if you use the code BRAND, you'll save $10 and Rumble will be aware that our stream is creating great converts. So that's rumble.com/premium, and do use the code BRAND to save $10. Anyway, there's a link there at the bottom of the screen now. We're posting it in the chat. Join up. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.